So, for those of you who may not know me, my name is Claiborne Stevens, and I manage the Home Energy Rebates program, along with workforce development and several other projects within the Office of Energy here in West Virginia. Also shown here on the screen is our director, Nick Preservati. He also serves as the Deputy Secretary of Commerce, and he's played a key leadership role in supporting this important work and advancing policy initiatives that make all of this work possible. So again, we just want to thank you all for being here today, and whether you're a homeowner exploring ways to improve your home energy's efficiency, whether you're a contractor interested in expanding your services, or a public servant, working on the front lines of community change, your time and interest mean a great deal to us, and we appreciate you joining us here today. Now, today's webinar, it's more about program updates or just technical details. It's about the shared commitment that we all have as West Virginians to the energy future. Through the Home Energy Rebates program, folks, we have a real chance to lower utility costs, improve the safety and the comfort of our homes, and support skilled trades and create local jobs, all while helping our state lead the way and building a more sustainable, resilient energy future. So this program represents a significant investment in our state. Again, this is not just in technology or in infrastructure, but in the people and the places that make West Virginia strong. And while we have several participants joining us today on this webinar, the ripple effect of your engagement will reach far beyond the webinar into the households, into the neighborhoods, and the communities across the state that we all serve. So, on behalf of our team here at the West Virginia Office of Energy and the many partners who are helping this and bring this vision to life, I want to welcome you all and thank you for being part of this effort. So with that, let's take a quick look at what we'll be covering today during this webinar. First, we're going to go over some general housekeeping rules and some webinar considerations. Then we're going to take a deep dive into the rebates overview. This is going to cover things like what's eligible under the rebates program, who can qualify, when will this be available, and how consumers can apply as well. And that goes right into our consumer application. We've received several questions on how do I apply, what documents do I need, when will the rebates be available. These are all questions we hope to answer during this webinar. After that, we'll talk directly to our contractors. We have to have a strong contractor base in order to carry out the rebates for this program. So during our contractor enrollment section, we're going to talk to contractors about how to join the closed network of certified providers and take advantage of the key energy initiatives taking shape right here in our beautiful state of West Virginia. Finally, folks, we're going to talk about the market transformation of these initiatives. What is the long-term economic and state benefits that these rebates will bring to our state? So with that, folks, we will jump right in. First, just a little bit of consideration and general housekeeping rules. Due to the number of participants on this call, we have automatically turned everyone's cameras off and muted yourself. And we strongly encourage you to use the Q&A function during this webinar to ask any questions. And at the end, we will do our best to answer those questions for you. Our marketing and communications team have been so graciously to help. They're sitting here in the background, monitoring the chat and making sure all the tech and specs are running properly for us. So shout out to our marketing and our outreach team for that. And as a final note, this webinar will be posted on our website for your consideration in case you missed it today, whether you want to review more information. We will post this directly on our website at energywv.org. All right, so now let's just jump right into the Home Energy Rebate Program overview. So the Inflation Reduction Act allocated around $8.5 billion to state energy offices nationwide to provide rebates to homes. Our state, West Virginia, was allocated roughly $88 million for the Home Energy Rebate programs. Now, these funds will be distributed through two main rebate programs, and these are referred to as the HER and the HERE program. The HER program, which is the Home Efficiency Rebates, This covers things like whole home retrofits, which we will talk more about in just a moment. And these are performance-based rebates, meaning the more money we're able to save you through these rebates, the higher the rebate amount will be for you. So our HERE program, the Home Electrification and Appliance Rebates, this is available only to our low to moderate income households. And this includes things like upgrading old appliances that may be run on fossil fuels to energy efficient, Energy Star equivalent appliances. Next slide, please. So the home efficiency rebates, which we refer to again as the HER rebates, eligible measures include things like heat pump upgrades. This is with or without weatherization. We also have gas upgrades that are covered under the HER rebates. This is like gas furnaces, your gas boilers, gas water heaters, with and without weatherization again. On top of that, this covers things like weatherization. So this is air sealing, insulation, ductwork, windows, and more. Essentially things that are going to make your home more energy efficient. So let's talk about the rebate limits for the HER program. So for our low-income households, this is folks that are 80% or below the area median income. We will cover up to 100% of the cost, up to $16,000, if your modeled savings show that you are going to save at least 20 to 34% off of your utility bills. And again, if your savings are projected to be higher than that 35%, your rebate increases to a $20,000 maximum. And those that are market rate, meaning that your income falls above that 80% AMI, if you're 20 to 34% savings, you're going to receive a $2,000 maximum rebate. And above that 35% savings, and that's modeled savings again, you could potentially qualify for up to $4,000 through this program. Next slide, please. So the home electrification and appliance rebates allows consumers up to $14,000 in rebates to electrify their home. Now, eligible upgrades in this program include things like heat pump water heaters, heat pump or space heating or cooling, electric stove cooktops, ranges, ovens, electric load service centers, insulation, air sealing and ventilation, electric wiring. And again, this also includes HVAC units as well. The total that you could qualify for through the HERE program is that $14,000 max. So again, with our low income households, those falling below the 80% area median income would qualify for up to 100% of the cost covered, up to $14,000. And for our moderate income households, you could qualify for up to 50% of the cost covered under rebates. So a lot of folks have been asking, what is area median income? How do you classify this? How is the data aggregated? So first, I just want to let you know that low income is defined by our federal partners at the Department of Energy as those households that earn 80% of the area median income or less. And this here is just a sample size of the different AMIs throughout our state. So in Wyoming County, for a household of one, if your income falls below $39,950, you would qualify for a 100% rebate. And it goes up to a three-person household in Wyoming County. The total maximum income you could have to qualify for that 100% rebate would be the $51,350. Now, in complete retrospect, Jefferson is one of our higher earning counties, so the area median income in Jefferson County is significantly higher. For instance, a one-person household in Jefferson County earning $71,500 or less would qualify for that 100% rebate coverage. And again, this chart is located on our website at energywv.gov. We also have some QR codes that you can scan to pull that up here in just a few moments as well. Next slide, please. On top of income eligibility, we also offer what is called categorical eligibility. And this is geared specifically to our low-income households. And what this simply means is if you participate in one of the following programs, such as LIHEAP, Medicaid, SNAP, Head Start, HIP, SSI. You see the list here on your screen. There's several programs that if you participate in, all you have to do is provide us proof that you participate in one of those programs, and this will categorically qualify you for that 100% rebate coverage. And again, this is our categorical eligibility for our households. Next slide, please. So now we are going to talk about the consumer application, how consumers apply, what documents you may need, when it will be available, and so forth. So important dates. So right now, our office is currently testing all the critical infrastructure that we have built and put in place to ensure that these rebates have a maximum input in the communities that we serve. Right now, our federal partners at the Department of Energy is meticulously reviewing our systems and processes, ensuring that we are in full compliance with all federal and state guidelines. So right now, we are awaiting final word and final approval from our partners at the Department of Energy for the actual launch date of the rebates. So as of right now, consumer applications are not open and are not available to households at this time. With that being said, we are in constant communication with our federal partners, and we anticipate that consumer applications will open late summer, beginning fall of this year. So we're still looking at probably a month or two before you will actually see the consumer applications open. However, there are many, many things that you can do in the meantime to prepare for when the applications do become available. So what we recommend are just a few critical steps. First of all, review your county's AMI. Once you review the county's area median income that you live in, this will give you an idea of what rebate amount that you may be eligible for. At that point, you're going to gather the required documentation needed for your application. This will include proof of identity, which can be a driver's license or a passport or a state-issued ID. You're also going to need proof of income, which we will list here in a moment, some of those documents that will prove your proof of income, letters of categorical eligibility, and also review allowed installations. That way you have an idea of what measures you would like to be installed when the contractor comes out to talk to you about the rebates. In the meantime, if you've not already done so, we strongly encourage you to sign up for our mailing list, where we send out periodic information regarding major milestones and updates to the rebate programs. There is a link being dropped into the chat where you can sign up for our mailing list. Also, you can visit our website under funding opportunities and go to Home Energy Rebate Programs, scroll to the bottom, and you can also sign up for our mailing list there. On your screen, you will also see some QR codes. This will send you directly to a comprehensive list of the area median income by county breakdown here within the state. Next slide, please. I think we're having just a little bit of technical difficulties. Give us a moment while we figure out how to get to the next slide, folks. There we go. So what happens next? Great question. So you go to our website, you fill out the application, you upload all of your documentation. What happens at this point? Your application is forwarded to one of our 6 regional implementation partners. They will determine your eligibility. They'll review all of your uploaded documents, and then they'll reach out to you, basically letting you know, hey, we've reviewed your application. You've been tentatively approved for a 100% rebate amount. And at that time, they will schedule your application with an energy auditor, and the energy auditor will reach out to you to schedule a time to come out to your home. So step number 3 is that energy audit, and where the scope of work is actually completed. So the energy auditor will schedule a time to come out and meet with you. They'll do a complete home inspection of your home, covering things like insulation, appliances, lighting, your HVAC units, and more. The energy auditor will work with you as the homeowner to draft a scope of work that will maximize the energy savings in your home. After that, a contractor with the certifications aligned within that scope of work will be assigned the project and reach directly out to the homeowner for scheduling. So once that happens, the contractor come out and the contractor completes the work. The homeowner will acknowledge that the completion of the work by signing off on the completed scope of work. And then our office will issue payment directly to the regional implementation partner to then reimburse the contractor for their work. And between 3 and 6 months after installation, the consumer will receive a customer satisfaction survey that basically assesses how well we did. How was your interaction with the contractor? How did the state do? Did things go pretty seamless for you? Were there issues? And we really ask that you take the time to fill out this survey so we can continually improve our processes and ensure that we maximize these savings for homeowners. Next slide, please. So here on the screen now is a breakdown of our home energy rebates service area partners. If you recall, I told you that we had broken down the state essentially into 6 different regions, and 6 community action agencies are administering the rebates throughout these regions. For instance, if you're located in Cabell County, West Virginia, Southwestern Community Action Council will be administering the rebates in your area. In retrospect, let's say you're in Randolph County, West Virginia. Randolph County is serviced by Eastern Action. Now, these agencies will be your point of contact when you're filling out your applications, if you have questions regarding your applications, or they may even reach out to you for additional information if you submit an application that has missing information and so forth. These agencies are well known throughout the state. You can easily Google their contact information. We welcome you to actually visit their location. If you need physical help filling out your application, you're more than welcome to give them a call, give our office a call. There's a lot of help out there for folks who wants to complete their application through their regional implementation network or our state office here at the Office of Energy. So next, we're going to talk directly to our contractors, how contractor enrollment works, and what it looks like for those wishing to be part of our closed network of certified providers. So there are many, many benefits for contractors to join our closed network of providers. First and foremost, we have an array of career pathways that contractors can choose from. Whether you're interested in becoming an HVAC professional, an energy auditor, or maybe you want to be a building analyst professional, we have these trainings available for you. We've also created what's called the West Virginia Certified Energy Contractor. Now, this is a highly valued credential that is recognized by many, many leading stakeholders throughout the nation. It's recognized by federal partners. And to obtain this exclusive West Virginia Certified Energy Contractor credential, you will need to complete all courses outlined in the Career Pathways document. However, this is not a requirement, but this option is available for contractors wishing to pursue these certifications. So some of the incentives for joining our closed network of providers: we do pay $20 per hour for all training courses. The training courses are also meant for you to learn at your own pace. We understand that many of you have full-time jobs and you have lives outside of work and other commitments. So we've really designed this so that you can learn and take these courses and modules at your own pace. Additionally, you're going to earn nationally and federally recognized certifications. We've also included ancillary wraparound services. For instance, if you have to travel for an on-the-job training site, we're going to pay for your travel. We're going to reimburse your travel. We're going to put you up in a hotel. Maybe you have kids and need childcare or daycare while you're joining training. We have these wraparound services to ensure that you are eligible to participate in this program and really bring your career to that next level. On top of all of these incentives that I just talked about, we also offer cash bonuses for the installation of certain measures. And again, all of this information is broken down in detail in the state's contractor's guide to certifications and trainings. Next slide, please. So I do want to let you know that we are actively accepting applications from contractors statewide. It is a fundamental part of the Home Energy Rebates program that we build a robust network of certified providers that is authorized by the West Virginia Office of Energy and many, many partners to perform the rebates and carry them out throughout West Virginia. So when you go to fill out your application, you're going to need proof of identity. This is a driver's license or a passport, some personal protective information like your address, your date of birth, work history, references, and then you're also going to list what certifications you desired. Talking about the previous slide, you had all of these career pathways that you can choose from, whether you just want to be an energy auditor, whether you want to take the HVAC course, maybe you just want to be a commercial energy auditor. This is completely up to you. So when you fill out the application, you are going to select the areas of interest that you want to pursue. And if you want to pursue that WVCEC, that West Virginia Certified Energy Contractor credential, you will have to take all of these courses. And again, they are paid. So you can find the application a couple ways. First of all, you can scan the QR code on your screen to be directed directly to the contractor application portal. You can also visit our website, go to Funding Opportunities, Home Energy Rebates, and you'll scroll down to Contractor Resources, and there will be Contractor Submit Your Application here. And you just simply click on the link to fill out the application. Next slide, please, Chelsea. All right, so this is just a high-level sample of some of the coursework and what it's going to look like once you actually apply. And I want to make it very clear. We realize that there's going to be many, many HVAC providers that are in our community right now, and maybe they want to apply to only perform work related to heat pumps. And that is absolutely fine, and we strongly encourage that. With that being said, if you are an HVAC provider, when you go to apply to be part of our closed network of providers, you're going to upload your current state licenses, certifications, insurance documents, and so forth. What this is going to do, it's going to fast track you through the program. And if you only want to do that HVAC work, which you're currently certified to do, the only courses you're going to be required to take is the general onboarding, which is going to introduce you to the contractor portal and the interface and to the rebates program as a whole. You will also be required to take the Building Science Principles course and the OSHA 10 course. This is general safety and compliance measures that all contractors enrolled into our program must take these 3 courses. Those 3 courses total around 28 hours, and once you complete those 3 courses, you will be paid or compensated $20 an hour, which will total a $570 payment for completing those 3 courses. Now, if you want to move on, maybe you want to be an air sealing and installer technician, at that point, you would go down to the next line, and that's a 42.5-hour pathway course. Once you complete those courses, then you would be compensated the $850 for your time in completing that course. And it just goes on and on and on, so forth, all the way down to that West Virginia Certified Energy Contractor. And folks, this is just a small screenshot of a larger comprehensive document that lists all of these courses out for you. And once you actually enroll, this will be sent to you. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in the contractor journey on the next slide. So what happens next after the contractor submits their application? Well, once your application is submitted, the contractor's application is routed to the regional implementation partner that's servicing their county. They may reach out for interviews, they may request additional documentation, maybe you missed something on your application. This agency, the regional implementation partner, will reach out to you if this happens. Once the application is approved, step 2 is initiated. And what this happens, our partners at Everblue, which is a national certified training provider that we have partnered with to provide these certifications and state-of-the-art training, they will reach out to you via phone call and discuss your personal goals, your time availability, and answer any questions that you may have. This information is required to process to step 3. And what step 3 is going to be is each contractor will receive a personalized training curriculum based upon your area of interest. So if you hypothetically want to go through the entire training module and become that West Virginia certified energy contractor, you're going to receive a comprehensive document outlining the next 8 months of your life. So if you're working full-time, our partners at Everblue is going to work with you, and perhaps you're taking 2 hours of online courses each evening, and maybe you're meeting once a month on a Saturday to do some on-the-job training. Again, this is highly customized per individual that applies to our program. And again, you will receive this from our partners at Everblue. So step 4, once you receive that personalized training curriculum, you will join our closed network of providers and actively begin your coursework. The coursework involves many different approaches. There's hybrid, there's live webinars, there's online modules, there's on-the-job training. Again, this will all be customized based upon your pathway and the program level of interest that you delineated in your application. All right, so I do want to point out that because you're participating in this program or paying for your training, contractors do agree to accept work on behalf of the state and its partners for a period of 2 years after the certification has been received. So step 5, projects are awarded. Contractors act as rebate ambassadors in their communities. So if you are up in Pendleton or Jefferson County, for instance, and you're a contractor, we'll provide you with brochures and program literatures, and we strongly recommend that you advocate for the rebates out in your communities. After all, you are the trusted face in your communities. And if you knock on Joe Smith's door and like, hey, we have this wonderful opportunity to improve your home's energy efficiency. I'm a certified contractor with the state. Here's how you apply. We want that contractor to be awarded that job for their boots on the ground and the work that they've put into bringing that consumer into the rebates world. All right, next slide, please. All right. So that was how contractors enroll in the program. Folks, I know this is a lot of information we're throwing at you, but again, this is being recorded. It's going to be posted on our website and easily accessible if you want to go back and review it. So at this point, I want to talk a little bit about market transformation, what this rebate program means for the state and the future of West Virginia. So the number one objective or the primary objective of the rebates program is we want to reduce the energy burden and increase the comfort of your home. If you're like me, you've noticed that your utility bills have skyrocketed over the past 6 months to a year. And we understand that the average American is struggling and having a hard time keeping up with the rising demand of utility cost. So through this program, folks, we preliminary estimate that West Virginians are going to save about $4.5 million annually off their utility bills through the end of this program. Additionally, it's going to support massive workforce development, folks. We're going to need a minimum of 250 certified contractors to join our closed network of providers to carry out these rebates over the next few years. And on top of that, folks, we anticipate serving right around 10,000 households through the home energy rebates. And again, this is an unprecedented opportunity to get those utility bills lowered, to improve the comfort of your home. And again, the massive implications of workforce development and job creation in our communities, folks, is an unprecedented opportunity for the state. So with this, we are going to take some live questions that have been asked in the chat. And I'm going to ask our marketing and communications team to simply read off some questions that they have received throughout the webinar. Folks, I will do my best to answer those for you. Chelsea, did we have any questions?
Yes. Are both HER and HERE income based?
Great question. Yes. So both HER and HERE programs are income based. However, the HERE program is only available for the low to moderate income households. So those folks that are above the 150 AMI would not qualify for the HERE program. So absolutely, both programs are income-based programs.
Does the West Virginia Office of Energy have a currently published list of eligible installers/contractors?
Great question, Chelsea. We are working diligently with our training partners at Everblue, and we currently have around 27 contractors enrolled. However, we have not made this list publicly on our website yet, simply because we're still creating that customized training pathway for these contractors. However, I'm being told that by Friday, we will upload our first batch of approved contractors to our website. And then each week on Friday after that, you will see new updates to our website with the approved contractors. And we do this for many reasons, folks. As a consumer, if a contractor is coming into your home, we want you to be able to go to our website, be like, absolutely, John Smith has been vetted. The state's checked him. He's the one reached out. We know what he's certified in. Come on in, John. Let's talk about home efficiency and how we can get our utility bills lowered. Great question. Any other questions, Chelsea?
How will homeowner applications be prioritized?
That's a great question too. And I know with our weatherization partners, they've prioritized applications based upon elderly, those with health issues, and things of that nature. At this time, there's no official priority list. I can tell you that we are developing that on the back end, and applications will be prioritized essentially based upon the consumer's needs. So obviously, if a household applies and their utility bill is $900 and there's cracks in their walls or HVAC's not working, and someone applies who has a working HVAC, obviously the person in more need will receive priority for the rebates. But again, we will issue an official list of how this works here in the near future. More questions, Chelsea?
Does the HVAC pathway provide the person with a West Virginia HVAC technician license?
That is another great question. We have our partners at Everblue and the Home Performance Coalition. They are diligently working with the state certification board and our partners at the state level to ensure that this is integrated into the training pathways. So what I can tell you is that we are working hard to ensure that this happens, because we realize that the value this will add to the contractors to get that state and federally recognized HVAC certification. So stay tuned. Within the next couple of days, we'll make big announcements on that. But as of right now, it's looking like absolutely we are going to be able to do that. But we will give more information on that coming up here within just a couple of days.
One more. Can you apply to both programs, or do you have to pick one?
No, great question, Chelsea. And I realize we've kept you guys over time, and I'm sorry about that, but I will answer one last question for you. Absolutely. So homeowners are eligible to apply for both the home and the HERE rebates, potentially receiving up to $34,000 for home retrofits if you are a low-income household, and this will be no out-of-pocket cost for you. So again, absolutely, you can qualify for both home, for the HER and the HERE programs. So with that being said, folks, we are officially 5 minutes past our projected time frame. I again want to sincerely thank you all for joining us here today. If you've missed anything or if you have questions, feel free to reach out. Also, check back tomorrow on our website, and we will have this webinar posted for you there. And on a final note, please sign up for our mailing list to ensure that you are notified when the application portal goes live. With that, Thanks again for joining us today. My name is Clay. I am with the West Virginia Office of Energy, and best of luck to everyone. Have a good one.